Two Tower Chimps is an achievement in Bloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to complete a Chimps game with only placing 2 towers down, and in this case we're going to be having ourselves the Super Brittle paired with the Special Poperations. Yes, a very unlikely pair, but these two have some unique synergy with them, and we're going to display that later on throughout the game. But for the moment, let's place down our one and only ice tower in order to do this in. This is not an original combination, so therefore it has been done before, but it's only been done once on record, and it's only been done on resort actually, so this is going to be very interesting to see how difficult this pairing is. We're doing this on challenge editor simply because of the fact that if you're going to try and do this normally, you're going to end up pulling your hair out because of the amount of rounds in which we're going to need to do a lot of microing with our helicopter in order to get the best out of everything. So essentially what we're doing is we're blowing back balloons into the radius of the ice tower so that its ice shard capabilities, where the tower literally explodes with ice, is able to affect a lot, and repeat a lot of balloons. We might need some more things on our ice tower here in order for us to get along by, because we might come to a point where we can't even afford the heli because of the fact the ice tower is not doing sufficient work here. So we're only doing 110 at the moment. Permafrost is a staple in a lot of 2 megapots runs because of the fact of when a balloon has been frozen, it has a permanent slow effect on it so that it decreases the movement speed of the balloons themselves, which have been affected by the permafrost ice tower, which is very nice. We are going towards that stage where we'll be able to plop down our helicopter, or sorry, our heli pilot, and then from there the strategy goes forward. What are we going to do from here? Now, I believe the Marine can pop frozen balloons. It's not said anywhere on the wiki, but when it comes to lead balloons, the Marines are able to pop. But it's uncertain if they can pop frozen balloons. So that's where we're going to get our lesson in that factor there. Can it pop, or can the Marines pop frozen balloons? Before we forget, we're going to get ourselves cold snap and honestly deep freeze as well. And with a helicopter, our Special Poperations is going to be 052, because the bottom path will enable the Marines to shoot faster. Attack rate increase, all that jazz, but it's going to be incredibly beneficial. In the long run, we're going to be relying on the increased attack speed for both the heli and the Marine, rather than just for the helicopter to be able to shoot out more darts like we did in our 2 megapots run of Special Poperations, which kind of tore my hair out, but we're not going to talk into that factor there, to say the least. Okay, so faster darts and faster firing, bigger jets, and soon IFR as well. Round 23 has come to a close. Now it's round 24, where we rely on the wonderful ice tower in order to pop the camo balloon there. Let's see, IFR is up. Lovely day. So with these 2 particular towers, camo balloons are not a problem whatsoever. Usually with 2 tower chimps, sometimes you only have one of the 2 towers being able to pop camos, and then the other one just has to kind of hope that the other tower is able to do all of the work when it comes to camos. Or you have some means of decamifying a balloon, so let's say if you select an energizer, or in this case we have the cold snap, or so actually embrittlement, that's the one. That's the thing that removes the camo status. But I feel like this particular tier 5 of the ice tower is only really good on resort because of this really small square here. There was a time where this was not even called cold snap, and it was only able to pop camos. I believe it wasn't originally able to pop lead balloons, so it makes the ice tower that much better if it is able to pop lead camos and leads. It just means that it's a bit more versatile with what it can do, and we are struggling a little bit here actually. Yeah, our helicopter is going to be the one that pops all the whites and the zebras, But honestly, when it comes to Ice Shard, the only way that it can actually pop white balloons or zebra balloons is if another balloon is popped using the Ice Shard part, so that then those icicles then explode out and then hits those balloons in order to affect them. That's the only way in which the Ice Tower can actually affect any white or zebra balloons of any sort. Helicopter doing the work here. Round 34 is here. Yeah, these early rounds are not much of an issue, but when it comes to the later rounds, there's going to be a fair few in which we're going to have multiple attempts on. We have embrittlement, which is going to be really helpful because embrittlement is actually really powerful. Like, sometimes it can insta-kill a balloon when it's outside of the ceramic layer. Like, once it's outside of its ceramic layer, then it pretty much instantly kills them, which is lovely. But it does require for the shards to make the work happen. And you know, all of these shards that spring out of these balloons, these icicle shards, they are going to do the majority of the damage against grouped Moabs in the sort. So this is where the blowback comes in, or the downdraft. If we can chuck balloons that have already gone past the ice tower back into the range of the ice tower itself, then that means our embrittlement, our super brittle, will be able to pop those escapees. Pretty neat, isn't it now? Let's see, speaking of downdraft, here it is. And we're going to need to rely on this downdraft, actually, in order to chuck back these balloons. And unlike a 2 mega pops run, we don't have to worry about how many pops a tower would get. Our main goal is to survive. Okay, so our heli needs to follow this mob around so that it does continuous damage. And then hopefully, when it goes into ceramics, then it will chuck them back. So we're just going to slow them down. And then, yeah, there we go. That is the kind of strategy that we're after here. Just send them back, although this pink balloon is a little bit scary, not gonna lie. Do not like pink balloons. They are super duper fast. The only thing that can really rival it is a DDT when it comes to speed. Although someone said that DDTs only have 75% the speed of a pink balloon. But when you think about it, DDTs are essentially a pink balloon wrapped as a Moab, wrapped as a lead, wrapped as a black balloon, and wrapped as a camo balloon. A lot of immunities for one Moab class balloon to have, which can be annoying. Can be annoying to say the least, but that is part of the CHIMPS challenge, to try and overthrow everything that stands in your way. And DDTs, I feel like if it wasn't for DDTs, then CHIMPS runs would be a heck of a lot easier, which is why the challenge needs to be there. Also why there needs to be like purple balloons, so that you can't just use magical balloons or energy based or fire based towers all of the time. Like, this game is, like I've said in the past, it's literally a giant sandbox. You need to be able to work out how things go along and studying each round as they come. If you know what's going to come on a particular round, then the prediction for that round is much more accurate. But when you start playing a game like this, then obviously stuff that is set in stone like this is not set in stone for you, because you've yet to work out what comes around on each round. We know that round 49 has a huge amount of balloons when it comes to the number of them that spawn on the screen. We know that this round has camo purples, which makes it a big problem for non-camo popping towers. But then if your sole tower of trying to pop camos is something that only delivers magic or energy or fire, then you're completely stuffed. Like, some runs literally end if a particular kind of balloon spawns out. Round 49 is here, and that is the amazing thing about this game, is that not every combination works, and there are some combinations out there that have yet to be discovered. Like, I believe, and I'll say this, I believe that it could theoretically be possible for a balloon incineration and a ZD run. Now, both of their biggest weaknesses would be purple balloons, but it's only the explosion part of the balloon incineration that can actually hit purple. So When I try and hit purples, purples literally reduce the balloon incineration down to the shattering shells, minus the pool of lava, because the pool of lava is fire, and if we try and do that, then it's just going to wipe away the projectile itself. Come on, Moab, go downsize, please. Good, and then chuck you all back to the ice tower. Lovely. So our next goal here is to get Super Brittle, and then we will be on our way. See, look at the embrittlement go into town here. Like, if there's a zebra balloon nearby, then if you have another kind of balloon that's not a white or a zebra, and it literally gets popped like that, then zebras and whites will get popped. And if they are within the range of a Moab, then the Moabs take a big amount of damage, which is going to be absolutely pivotal towards these next few tens or so rounds. Like, it's the damage that you do on the Moab itself that is really key. You can't just think, well, let's just rely on the attacks that they do. You got to rely on their strengths and their ability. See, look, these ceramics, like, we shouldn't just immediately pop them. We can rely on their shards that they spawn out in order to do a big amount of damage against these Moabs, although neither of these Moabs are very heavily damaged. So I think round 53 is going to be our first failure. Let's build up a big amount of traffic here, and then once the Moabs are quite far in, then we will enable the ice tower in order to do all the work here. See, they're all being popped within the vicinity of the ice tower, therefore they are taking a huge amount of damage because of those camo balloons being nearby. There's that Moab, and then we're going to have to kind of change our trajectory because of this yellow balloon here, but oh dear. Okay, so that wasn't too good either, but the backmost one is more damage than the frontmost one, which can be good. We can get some of these darts in, but it looks like it's going to be another failure, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll be able to get through it. Hopefully. There we go. So if we get these ceramic, no, oh, please affect the goddamn ice tower, please, ceramics. Make sure that the ice tower can bop you, so that then it does big damage against the Moabs, because that's our biggest Moab killer at the moment, is being able to enable these balloons to go into the range of the embrittlement, and then the embrittlement sending out those shards fly. See, look at what that Moab look at what just happened to that Moab. It's because of all of these shards spawning out of these balloons. That is the big damage dealer to these Moabs right now. Got a single Moab left. I could have built up a bit of traffic so that the embrittlement is able to pop the single balloons while they were in the range of the ice tower there. But you know what? These things happen, and we're just going to roll with it. Round 56, zebra balloons are still a little bit of an issue right about now. We're able to afford Super Brittle on round 60. Let's see. Yeah, if it's just a single Moab, then that's fine. Our support Chinook is able to deal with it just fine. And then chuck them back. Chuck them back to the ice tower. You were there, but now you're not. Okay, so let's build up a bit of traffic here. And then let all of the balloons be popped by the embrittlement. Lovely. Round 58, again, build up a little bit of traffic. Use the downdraft in order to build up a bit of traffic so that the ice tower can then pop the balloons inside its radius, and then for the shards that spawn out of the balloons do a big amount of damage to these Moabs. This is key to this strategy here, is enabling these... Oh gosh, that's not a good sign here, but... Oh, we got a red balloon all the way there. I'm hope... Yeah, thank you to the wonderful ice tower for being able to pop that red balloon, because I honestly did not pay attention enough to that. I was looking at the ceramics, that's all. This round does not have any Moab, so I think we're very good on the next, like, 20 rounds or so, I believe. I say that as a yellow is about to escape there, so no thank you. Wait, does embrittlement remove the regrow effect? Doesn't say on paper, but I think it does, because there was some regrow ceramics there, but alas, we will take what we can get. Also, do you want to see a useless ability? No lives gained and no money gained. That's the power supply crates in, well, not America. Let's see, that goes down quite nice. Some of them get chucked back. Lovely. And those ceramics were served as the weapon against these. Okay, so we can't really have a regrowth farm going on here. Like, even the Super Brittle has a pierce cap that cannot be exceeded. Although I think on like round 98, that will definitely be exceeded. But by round 98, we will have the Marines up and fully operational. Marines have 30 seconds on the field, and the ability itself has a 25-second cooldown. So at most, you can have 2 Marines on the field for about 5 seconds when one of them disappears. Okay. Yeah, we're hitting our pierce cap here because not all of the ceramics have been frozen. Oh gosh, these leads are kind of blocking our ability to blow back some. Excuse me? Oh, there are some over there. Stupid pink balloons. Perhaps we're able to blow back some of these ceramics, then we can kind of disperse the pierce out, rather than all of the ceramics being there at once, consuming the entirety of the pierce cap. But still, what is up with these leads? I swear sometimes the ice tower does not pop leads, but maybe it's just me being silly. There we go, that's all dealt and done with. So this first Moab is going to be the catalyst towards the demise of some of these other ones here, which is going to be awesome. Look at all that super brittle work. All of them aside, but that one fortified Moab got completely crushed by the super brittle there. Don't escape again, either the red balloon or the pink balloon. No thank you. Do not want that. Also super brittle, and also in Brittleman up before that, our darts do extra damage against balloons which are frozen, but yet we can still pop them with our darts. I'm looking at you, Moabs. You take extra damage from our helicopter, which is a little bit of a bonus, but I'll take a little bonus over no bonus, thank you very much. And I just love this. Blowback just sends them back to the ice tower, and the ice tower just completely demolishes them. It's brilliant. See all these ceramics? Rarely you get to see a lot of little balloons being the catalyst towards the demise of the bigger ones, but here we are. I love it. I love this combination. Round 68 is here. Lovely jubbly. Lots of Moabs here. Very good. Well, 4 of them. And then we have ourselves a BFB here, which we actually could have kind of reserved some of those smaller balloons so that then when they're popped within the vicinity of the BFB itself, it will take a big chunk of damage. But you know what? We are still doable with the combination that we have here. Now, are we going to be moving our Super Brittle at any point? Well, I think around 100, the answer is going to be yes. We're going to kind of need to move it about a little bit, so that when the bad is popped, then we can move it kind of nearer to where the DDTs will be. But it's a little bit of a prediction game as to like where the DDTs are going to be when you plop down the Marines, because you kind of want the Marine and the Super Brittle to be together so that the escaping DDTs can take extra damage from the Marines themselves. And that's also going to be key. Where are your Marines going to be at any given point in time? Because you can't just plop them anywhere, otherwise you won't get the maximum effectiveness out of them. But the Marines also deliver extra damage to balloons if they have been super brittled, which is brilliant, because it means we do extra damage with them, and therefore we can tear down these balloons even sooner if we didn't have super brittle. Round 72, these BFBs. Again, we could have kind of saved some of the ceramics there by blowing them back so that the super brittle doesn't pop them initially, but I'm not worried at all, really. Despite things looking a little bit hairy here, I'm not worried. And yeah, just watch the carnage that super brittle does to some of these towers. Look at them all. Just look at that. Just blew back some of those balloons all the way back to the super brittle, and it just made work of all of them. Just nice. Round 73. Yes, yes, kind of the same as before, but now, yep, okay, they were kind of popped a bit too quickly there, so therefore they didn't really damage with BFBs. But the first BFB that will go down will be able to handle this just fine, I hope. Let's see, go down to ceramics there. Oh, we had a little bit of unluck there. Unlucky there. Oh, dearie me. Is round 73 going to be another failure here? Please don't. Let's put him here. No escapees, please. Let's see, round 74. Is there going to be any Moabs? Hope not. Let's see, round 74. Okay, so let's just... Oh. Is that good? Oh, there are no Moabs on this round. Oh, there is. There's a BFB, but it spawns in late, which is not good. Oh, right. There'll also be ceramics as well. Oh, let's chuck some of these back and just watch them be... God, look at the damage that it contributes towards these Moabs. It's brilliant. Now, you go back. I will decide when you die, Bloons. Okay, but round 75, this is going to be a bit of a hiccup here. Because these Moabs are kind of dispersed, and the only real way in which we can really pop these BFBs is if we preserve some of these balloons back here so that they do not get popped immediately. Oh, we're going to have to kind of use them up now. These fortified Moabs are bigger threats than you realize. Okay, they've gone down to size. Let's chuck these back, actually, back to the Super Brittle. If they're chucked back to the Super Brittle, then these will do big damage against the BFBs. And that is exactly what we want. Big damage against these BFBs using the Super Brittle itself. I now keep kind of recycling the different information I keep giving, but I'm telling you, this is the way with this particular combo. Blow back the balloons to the Super Brittle and enable the Super Brittle to do the damage. But at the moment, it looks like we might have to restart this because we're having too many balloons on the field at any given point in time. You kind of want to disperse the poppage of these Moabs. I think we should be good this time around, hopefully. If they're not popped too quickly by the ice tower, then we will be good. We're good. I think we're good. Or would you catch up with them? Surely your bigger engines enables you to move faster than a goddamn pink balloon, hopefully. Are we going to meet our PS cap here with our downdraft? I hope not. Send them all back. Send them all back. I choose when you die. There we go. That's all good and fine and dandy. Excellent. Round 76. Let the Super Brittle deal with all this. Lovely. Round 77 is here. What can we do with this? Well, these Moabs are kind of really well spread out, so that when you pop one and then when another one enters the vicinity, that one will then get popped as well, which is good. Rinse and repeat. Although when these get close, we might need to have a little bit of a downdraft here, which is nice. Let's see. That's all good. That's all good. Hopefully we can keep these ceramics within the sphere here. But we're not having much luck when it comes to these ceramics being able to affect these Moabs here. And we have ourselves a huge group of Moabs here. God damn it. Thanks BFBs for popping at the same time and not popping anything else. Like, that's really handy. And we have ourselves a huge amount of ceramics here to try and blow back, which is just not going to be viable for our endeavors. But let's see how well we can do. And that is, well, defeat, as you can see. Oh, I think that should do good for us, actually. Yes, they're all popping them. Lovely. Build ourselves up a lovely farm there of balloons. And also deal with all these. Excellent. Excellent. That one there, I think, sealed the deal for this round, honestly. That is beautiful. Chuck all of you back. You'll get a minuscule amount of damage. And we're nearly there for Special Poperations, actually. I can't believe getting Special Poperations on a 2-tower chimps is easier than getting it on a 2 mega pops. Isn't that just grand? It depends on what your other tower is, actually. There we go, there's Special Poperations, which means now we can deploy these Marines. And because of the fact that we have faster firing, see, faster attack speed of all heli attacks, including the Marines themselves, which is wonderful. I think if it wasn't for the bottom path, then this particular 2TC might be impossible. But I'm sure someone out there will be able to be like, well, actually, if you did this, then it'll be oh so super duper duper easy. Nothing is ever easy. It's just difficulty is subjective. Round 79. A bunch of regrow rainbows are in their own ways a challenge, because if you do not have much PS, you're going to have a huge struggle against these masses. But what do we have for these masses? Well, we have ourselves our lovely Super Brittle with deep freeze and our Special Poperations in order to do all of our work here, which is lovely. Excellent. Make it nice and brittle so our Marines do a huge amount of damage against all of yours. Excellent. And round 80 is here. Just deploy these. There is no need to reserve our Marines when we can have up to 2 of them on the field at any given point in time. There we go, there's 2 of them there. And one of them surely disappears afterwards. Marines. But what if they were permanent? Marines, but what if they're buffed by the Total Transformation and Plasma Monkey Fan Club bug? Honestly, that bug is actually kind of awesome. There are bugs which are annoying, like sub-towers not contributing towards the total amount of pops of a parent tower because the actual sub-tower itself has disappeared, but there are actually good bugs. Bugs that make the game, I don't know, that bit more fun in a ways, but I will be able to understand why they will remove that particular bug, because it's not meant to be in the game. I don't know, is it a bug or a feature? You may never know until the end of the day. If it's unintentional, then it's a bug. If it's intentional, then it's part of the game. But who knows? I just realized we don't have a Marine now, which is actually going to do the majority of our pops now. But our Super Brittle is not to be trifled with at any given point in time. It is a magnificent tower in its own ways. Let's see, Marine down. Thanks to all of these built up ceramics here, we'll be able to make light work of all of them. I'm still debating whether or not the Marine can pop frozen balloons. I like to think that it can, but I think it's just a fact that when a Moab gets hit by Super Brittle, it doesn't freeze the Moab itself, but it can treat it as if it's frozen, but it can still be affected by stuff that would not normally be able to pop frozen balloons. So let's say darts, for example. Right, round 85, we have ourselves 2 ZOMGs on this round, and they are coming swift and, well, not actually swift, but they're coming very slowly, which is a good thing for some towers, but bad for others. Bad for Prince of Darkness, I'd say, in which that relies upon the speed of which when a balloon spawns out. Nice, fast, but not too powerful, in order to build up its graveyard. But that's for another day. Round 86 is here, and honestly, I think the huge damage that it can do now is not that huge in comparison to the Marine, but it's still a nice bonus at the end of the day. Mainly it's the bonus damage for other towers. That's going to be the main thing here. Round 87, all of these are going down lovely. Okay, cool. Let's spawn one here for round 88. We want fresh Marines for round 98. So therefore, we want to clear everything up on round 97 so that when we are able to spawn a Marine down, we can spawn it right off the bat. Round 88 is still here though. And round 99 is going to be a little hairy as well, but I don't think round 99 is going to be as hairy as round 98. Round 98 is just huge in RBE. Round 99 is huge in how fortified the RBE can be with the special properties of a DDT. Okay, spawn another Marine. Lovely. All these fortified balloons are going down, which is good. Lovely days. Round 90 is here. Okay, let's spawn the Marine over here, actually, so that when the Marine hits the DDTs, it hits it when it is embrittled, which means bonus damage against them. And we need all the damage that we can get for bloody DDTs. And bads as well. The bad itself is going to be probably the biggest challenge in all of this. Doing enough damage against it and then being able to move things around and stuff like that. Round 92, bunch of fortified Moabs, lovely. But guess what? You're all going into the marine grinder. Sorry, the meat grinder. The frozen grinder. You know what I mean. This is literally the death square here. There we go. Come on, ZOMGs. Go down. Lovely. And that clears up round 92. Lovely. Excellent. So, DDT. Again, we're going to spawn a marine over here. Freshly put down. Lovely. You see how much damage we just did to the DDTs with just one marine? Well, if it wasn't for Super Brittle, I think we'd be having quite a challenging time because of the fact that, well, we don't have that extra damage against them. Let's see. Round 94 is here. And we can afford to put a marine over here, actually. So that we can do that initial damage against all of these. And then we're going to spawn a marine over here. Chuck them all to the Super Brittle. Lovely jubbly. And we have ourselves the round here. We're going to spawn it here, actually, so that when it comes back around here, then the marine will be able to do damage against them there. I think that's all good for this round, actually. Yep, all good. Okay, so let's try and time this so that when we have the DDTs, we'll be able to have 2 marines at the go. So I'm going to spawn one now. And I'm hoping this is going to be good enough for all this. But I don't think so. We're going to struggle here unless we can get another marine down. There we go. We've got another marine down. And thanks to those 2, we were able to clear up round 95 without any worries whatsoever. But the fortified ones will be another cake to deal with anyways. Round 96 is going to be another challenging round. Ooh. I think we should have placed our marines further along back the track here. Oh, yeah, that's where I was thinking anyways. Round 96 defeat. If we have our Chinook here, then any ceramics that could try to escape will go back into the Super Brittle's jaws, which is good. Right, put the marine down here. Lovely days. Excellent. Yeah, having the marine down here is far better because it's able to pop these ceramics, which is good. Good. Excellent. ZOMGs. Light work, actually. Kind of. Yeah, and the Super Brittle's going to town as well, which is good. Let's see. 406,000 or 1 million. Crikey. Well, we know who's providing the pops in this run, and it's not... Well, actually, both towers are providing sufficient pops. Right. Do not go too far along the track. Let's just keep it here so that these ceramics do not escape. Okay, we're going to need that one down there. I didn't want to since I prefer to have a fresh one at the start of a round. And we're going to have to solely rely on the Special Poperations helicopter itself and the Super Brittle to do the work here. And I'm hoping that the PS for the blowback is enough, which it is. Lovely. Ah, stalling for time. Lovely. Excellent. So, 2 fortified ZOMGs. For some runs, this could be the killer, but not this one. Not this one. This next round is going to be apocalyptic. Wait a minute. I did press 3. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's swarm the marines near the Super Brittle ice tower. And another one there. And we're going to try and rely on this marine left in order to clear up this round. If I feel that we can't spawn a fresh one on the next round, then we might have to restart this. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Yeah, let's just rely on what we have here in order to clear up everything else. Let's not put down a marine. I want a fresh marine for round 98. And that looks like it's going to be it. Lovely. Round 98 is here. Good. So what are we thinking? These fortified Moabs are going to be our first issue here. This is our first hurdle. Being able to do enough damage against these fortified Moabs so that we will then be able to clear up all of the fortified ceramics. And so far, things are not looking that good. They are making their way very far along the track here. And honestly, these fortified ceramics are kind of easing their way through, to be honest. Like, it may not look like we are in danger, but I am more worried than you would like to think about our chances here. But we're going to put a Marine down here. We kind of want to disperse out our Marine placements depending on where the frontmost dangers are at any given point in time. Right now, the Marine is very good here because the fortified mobs are coming along this way. And yet, sometimes you may get it where a Moab may look like it's about to escape to the bottom of the track there, which we do not want. And yeah, we're going to have to put Marine over here in order to be able to deal with these. And that is far too many ceramics for us to deal with. That's too many, that's too many, that's too many. Oh, wait, hold on. Crikey, that's actually really good. I didn't expect us to be able to get through all that like that. Let's see. Yeah, our next Marine is going to have to be... Oh, gosh, it's kind of a coin toss at the moment. No, let's put it over here. Let's try and do it so that these can then pop, but I'm still not confident about these fortified Moabs. These are a big issue right now for us. Can we do this? And that's a no. Ooh! If that single ceramic was somehow able to be blown back, we might have done that on our first try of round 98. Last few here, let's see what we can do with this, but I'm still not confident because of the amount of fortified mowers that we have here. Oh, this is again another really close attempt. So yeah, this thing does not know how to go to the mouse at any given point in time. Just look at it, it's orbiting around our mouse like if it's a planet or something. And it's the moon. I think we have it, folks. We have the round. We absolutely have it. Okay, let's just ensure that we do have it. We have no points to no money to our name. Let's see. Let's get it so that they are as weak as possible so we can do this. Okay. Fresh Marine for round 99. That's brilliant. That is really good. And there we go. Lovely. So let us put down a Marine here for our own sakes. And hopefully we'll be able to spawn a second one throughout the round. Hopefully. Or maybe not actually. Will we need it? Oh gosh, these fortified DDTs are a little bit suspect. Ooh, this might require some RNG actually. Let's put the Marine on strong and see how it does. Hopefully we're able to pop the DDTs then and there. But still, it looks like we're struggling a little bit here. Ooh, very tricky. Ooh, round 99. Hell yeah, you've been done for. And we have a fresh one for round 100. Lovely. This is going to be the kick in the teeth round. This is one we need to optimize our Marine placements perfectly. We need to move about our lovely Super Brittle there. I've almost forgotten the name of you there for a moment. We need to do absolutely everything that we can so that we can... Oh, that's a bad position, actually. We can micromanage our lovely towers here in order for them to do the most amount of damage that they can possibly do. Always best so that the Marines are able to hit it while the bad is brittled. Put that there. How many more will you do? Okay, so you stop. So we need to move you over here. Ready for the DDTs. I'm hoping I'm doing this on time. We might have it so that it pops. Oh gosh, I wanted it to be popped actually. That's bad. Like, that's really bad. I wanted it to be popped sooner there. It should have been popped before that other Marine. But we're not having our luck here. And yeah, this is going to take a while. Yes! Finally done it! Sorry for the quietness there, but yes, householders asleep. It's now 25 past midnight and I started this about 8 PM the previous day. But that was the golden run. We've finally done it. I've forgotten what the tower's names were now. Super Brittle and Special Poperations, 2 tower chimps, right there in the flesh. By golly, that last bit there, you need to be aggressive. You need to move your towers about strategically. You cannot just hang back and not try and do that extra damage with the Super Brittle onto the ZOMGs, the BFBs, the Moabs and the Ceramics. You gotta always be aggressive. You gotta keep placing down those Marines. You gotta put the Super Brittle at the right spot so that you're able to pop things with the Marines behind, and then from here it looks like Super Brittle's in the middle, and then the Special Operations helicopter is at the very front, chucking all of them back towards both the Marine and the Super Brittle. But goodness sakes, this took countless tries to do this. That was brilliant. 1.567 million pops, 473, and each of these were like going up towards 70,000 pops if the tower, sorry, if the balloon itself has been brittled. But that's brilliant. I thoroughly love this. Absolutely. That was awesome. Honestly awesome. So folks, let me know what other kind of obscure challenges you would like to see me do next. Now I'm not going to share that because people will then just resort to the Apache Prime or Comanche Commander for a more consistent run there. Thank you so much for watching and take care of yourselves everybody.